My uncle was born in 1904, black in segregated Virginia. One day I will travel the world, he said. He went to Howard University. He met his wife when she was 14 and he was 20. He waited until she got her bachelor's degree before they got married. They met Mary McLeod Bethune at the World's Fair of 1937. She asked him to teach at Bethune-Cookman. His wife worked in Mrs. Bethune's office. He served in World War II in France. They baked bread and roasted coffee for the other units. He had to walk a great distance to pick up the payroll. As he walked the streets of France, someone tapped him on his shoulder. It was an old classmate from Howard University. In the dark, my uncle walked back to his unit in the rain. He couldn't get a ride. Trucks would not pick up passengers because anyone could be the enemy. When he got back to the base, bombs hit. He threw the money bag down on the ground and hit the deck. After the war, he and his wife got jobs to work as missionaries in Liberia. He was to be in charge of the boys at the school, and he would get paid. His wife would be in charge of the girls at the school, but she would not get paid. Wives didn't get paid. When they got off the airplane in Liberia, they were shocked. For as far as the eye could see, everybody was black. They rode through the Firestone rubber plantation and met the president of Liberia in Monrovia. As he walked through the government building, someone tapped my uncle on the shoulder. It was another classmate from Howard University. In Liberia, they got on board a small plane, a Piper Cub. The pilot handed a wire to my uncle. The pilot fired up his airplane engine. Once the airplane motor was running, he disconnected the car battery and put it back in his car. At the village, the children were eager to learn. My uncle made improvements in the school. He put in electricity, air strips, and running water, and he installed glass windows. He built a chemistry lab, installed plumbing, installed drains, and built cases to hold chemicals. He instilled fear in the kids with his booming voice and a wag of his finger, so they would not run off from the school into town. He went to a leper colony and he built houses with zinc roofs. Some people did not have fingers or toes. He helped them with their garden. Then he passed out from malaria. His wife rode on his bicycle handle. Then they found out she was pregnant. He came back to America after 15 years in Liberia. He kept in touch with some of his students. Some grew up and went on to study medicine in Germany. All of his boys went on to be great men. Daddy was a bat boy for the Negro Leagues from age 6 to 16. At 16, he played ball for the Norfolk Newport News Royals up against Josh Gibson, Satchel Paige, and Buck Leonard. Daddy left and he went to North Carolina. He got a scholarship to play college baseball and basketball for an HBCU. He wanted to go to medical school, but with a pregnant wife, he needed money immediately. He got a job at the local high school, teaching health and coaching basketball. He wasn't the only coach in the family. His brother, my uncle, coached basketball at the high school across town. One night, the two teams went head to head. Daddy's team was winning at first, but the refs kept calling fouls. And Daddy, he never yelled. He was always calm. But I knew. I could see it in his face. He was surely mad. The next day, my uncle came over as usual for their Saturday tennis game. My uncle showed up at our house smiling at his win. Daddy was disgusted. "Get out of here," Daddy said to his brother. "I don't ever want to talk to you again." My uncle smiled like the cat that ate the canary. "Come on, it's just a game. Daddy said. If it was just a game, why'd you cheat? Daddy was a bat boy for the Negro Leagues. He was smart. He skipped the 7th grade. He was the baby brother with 3 older brothers. They showed him how to be proud beneath his quiet calm and how to be strong. I was spending the night at my friend's house up the street. A lot of things happen at sleepovers, so you gotta be there. I was in junior high. Deep into the night, around 10:30, the doorbell rang. My father showed up unexpectedly. It was some kind of emergency. He just stood at the door, and my uncle was with him. And my dad said, "I just want to come by to tell you I love you," he said. What? How embarrassing. I wanted to die. Who cares if you love me? These are my friends. We were having important discussions about Michael Jackson and his girlfriend Stephanie Mills, about which boys are nasty and which girls are freaky, and I wanted to find out why people had attributes changing their name to Muslim names. My dad was getting on my nerves. My dad was smiling. I think he had a couple of glasses of wine. My uncle was with him, so he probably had a whole bottle. "Dad, can you just leave?" I said. I was so embarrassed. "You love me, who cares?" I didn't forgive him for a couple of days. I was thinking, why can't you just be silent like the other dads? Saying I love you in front of my friends. What a betrayal. I was in high school. I had a fight with my dad in the grocery store. He said, "Take initiative. Go and get items from the grocery list and put them in the cart." He wanted paper towels, so I left and I got him some paper towels. But no, it wasn't good enough for him. I had got paper towels with a design. He wanted paper towels without a design. He wanted all white paper towels. I told him, what difference does it make? This is why I don't want to take initiative. What was he going to do with white paper towels? Perform surgery? Does he need someplace to put his scalpel? Why do the paper towels have to be all white? If I was a divorced non-custodial parent and my child did the best they could to get some paper towels with a design, I would just accept it. That Christmas, he said he wanted a sweater. I went to the Livingston Mall. I spent all day walking around to all the stores because he said he wanted a white, brown, or blue sweater. I found him a sweater. It was white with brown and blue designs. It was nice. I gave it to him for Christmas. Then after Christmas, he asked me, do I still have the receipt, because he wanted to exchange it. That's the first and last time I bought him any clothing. Never again. Never again would I put myself through that, Dad. So my dad, he passed last year around this time. I thought he would never die. I thought he was going to live forever. Now I don't have anyone telling me what to do. It's kind of weird. Anyway, that was Dad. Rest in peace, Dad. He's probably telling the angels what to do in heaven.